Alright, so I've got too much to write, so I'm going to try to give a verbal update. Right now, I'm showing you my bed. I don't know if you can hear it, but it hums and it vibrates nonstop. Someone had ordered for me to have a foam mattress brought up, but they didn't have any. So they gave me an airflow mattress instead, and I'm not used to it, so I've been pretty much hanging out in my chair all day. But I did go to sleep on it earlier at 3:30 in the morning. After finally got approval sent in, the nurse brought me some Ultram for my back and an Ambien to help me sleep, which I'd never had before. So I must have gone to sleep like immediately, and no, I do remember it was closer to 4 before I finally got to sleep. But I remember I just kind of laid in the bed and stared at the wall for a good long time before that happened. So when I woke up, they came and woke me up for breakfast, and I realized I had been sleeping for less than an hour. And they had a really hard time getting me up. I could hear them calling, but it was like it was through the fog, you know. I was so tired, and then I just snapped awake, and I was like wide awake at that point. And then I did end up going to sleep again. My camera. I did go to sleep again, but this time I ended up falling asleep on the side of the bed, and I was just sitting upright sleeping. Now the bed has this guardrail here that has a space underneath, and it has another one here that's down, but it sits up kind of high. And as you can see, the mattress kind of puffs out and pushes you out. So as I was trying to get off, my left leg got caught underneath that, and my right leg got jacked up on top of this one. And the mattress kind of pulled and pushed me, so I was actually stuck in the bed. And at first, I just went back to sleep, stuck in the bed, and I slept for like 15 minutes. And then finally I woke up, and my call button was way on the other side of the bed, so I couldn't reach it. So I started yelling for help, and a nurse came in, and I never opened my eyes. This is how tired I was. So she came in, and she goes, "What's wrong?" And I said, "I'm stuck in my bed, I need help." And so she said, "Okay, I'm gonna go get some help." And right as she was getting to the door, I yelled out, "When you sleep, I hope you dream of me." And she said, "What?" And she came back, and I'm sitting here in the same position, but my eyes are closed. And I said, "We're off to see the wizard." And she said, "Did you just say something about a wizard?" And I said, song titles calm me down or something like that. I could like hear them coming out of my mouth. I know I was saying them, but I have no clue what I was talking about. And then I found out later that a nurse was helping my neighbor, and I must have been sitting here on the side of the bed talking in my sleep, and had an entire conversation with her with intelligent answers that I don't remember. And then my dad called. Apparently I had talked to him earlier in the day, and right in the middle of a conversation I fell asleep, and he just heard me start snoring. And so my phone was off the hook for I don't know how long. And I don't remember that at all. So this Ambien stuff is crazy. And they came in later. They wanted me to do some rehabilitation to check my oxygen, to see if it's falling, if I need to be on oxygen. But I had gone back to sleep. I'd been asleep for about 30 minutes. So all in all, I've slept less than 2 hours. But so she came in, and again, it was like through the fog trying to wake me up. And then I just snapped awake again. I'm like, I'm ready. And she just started laughing at me because I went from like zombie to, hey, let's go, you know? I think I will try the Ambien again because it did help me go to sleep. But I have to be careful because I build up a tolerance quickly, and that can happen easily. I don't want to take too much and lose its effect. But I'm still, it's after lunch, going on dinner sometime, and I still have had less than 2 hours sleep in over 100 hours. So I'm thinking right after dinner tonight, I'm going to try to take the Ambien again and hopefully just sleep through the night. But it's been crazy. I can hear myself saying stuff at night though. That Ambien is no joke. I understand now why people get so mad when someone takes Ambien and then drives and causes an accident. It's worse than drinking. It's worse than tired driving. It's a whole nother level. So I know right here in the hospital where I'm being monitored, I feel safe taking that. But because it makes me say and do things I'm unaware of, I would never take it outside of the hospital because that stuff is scary. But so the doctor came in last night, the pulmonary doctor. Let me tell you how incredible this man is. It was 11 o'clock at night, and he was coming in because they had switched my blood sugars because they were having a hard time accepting that I take as much as I take. So they took me down to like a fifth of what I was supposed to be having. And my blood sugars climbed from 270 something in the morning to by the evening I was at 478. So they called in a doctor, and he came in and he talked to me for over an hour. He just sat in this chair that I'm sitting in, and he talked and he asked me a bunch of questions, things that no one had ever asked me before, and told me things that I never knew. Like, I have a hiatal hernia. I never knew that. And he explained how, since it's not keeping that sphincter closed, that things can rise up. And it can cause me to gag a lot, and it can cause my mouth to actually have problems. And then they're checking me for something called hepatopulmonary syndrome, where it's kind of like the same thing with the hernia, where blood isn't. It's the reason why my swelling is in the bottom half of my body, because the blood pressure isn't strong enough to get it up through the liver.